play with. I was maturing enough to say the same shit. Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers, because we really, really need you down here. From all the pain that we going through, we know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you. But I just wanna fall on you, to show the devils you ain't nothing to play with. I was mature enough to say the same shit. I know you're asking for this change in your life, but ain't living it right, because you thug it at night. Your mama praying and your daddy did too. They gave you 5, but you only did 2. Now in your mind you be hearing voices. Should I go back in and make some better choices? Should I get a job or put on black forces? Go and hit the streets or take some college courses? But all you ever felt was pain, all you ever seen was rain. Got you thinking to yourself, man, this shit will never change. All the pressure that you feel make you wanna give it up, but you looking at your babies and you know that they enough. Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers, because we really, really need you down here. From all the pain that we going through, we know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you. But I just wanna fall on you, to show the devils you ain't nothing to play with. I was mature enough to say the same shit. Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers, because we really, really need you down here. From all the pain that we going through, we know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you. But I just wanna fall on you, to show the devils you ain't nothing to play with. I was mature enough to say the same shit. Hey, all the shit that I done seen, man, I really needed help. Whole world filled with people, I was still by myself. Really on my grind, I was feeding for that wealth. Every day cutting corners, I was cheating on myself. Nigga fucking at my melon, how the fuck I cheated death? Fucking with no rubber, I was playing with my health. Looking in the mirror, couldn't recognize myself. Heartbroken by a bitch, couldn't love nobody else. But when I heard the truth, them bitches left me by myself. And if you hear the pain, you should see it for yourself. Marching like a soldier, I was really for the death. Run west till they bury me, couldn't be nobody else. If you don't know how to move, I can tell. If you don't know who is who, I can tell. If you ask me what to do, I can tell. If you ask me what it do, I can tell. You see, I read it in the scriptures, it was line upon line, precept on the precept, but it might just blow your mind. See, I read it in the scriptures, it was line upon line, precept on the precept, but it might just blow your mind. But I came up from the bottom, my pain was only living. Combing the city street, my partners, they all feeling. The street had me gone, I was up 24/7. He died right in front of me, Lord, I need direction. I had a couple partners, they all turned into enemies. Waited till I fell in them niggas, they try to finish me. My bed getting colder, rejecting so many bitches. Looking over my shoulder, watching out for the snitches. And then I heard the truth, it all became clear to me. Fighting for my spirit and mind, fuck all them luxuries. That's how it's supposed to be, no pork in my grocery. Fuck that white boy Jesus, give a damn about your rosary. If you don't know how to move, I can tell. If you don't know who is who, I can tell. If you ask me what the truth, I can tell. If you ask me what it do, I can tell. See, I read it in the scriptures, it was line upon line, precept on the precept, but it might just blow your mind. See, I read it in the scriptures, it was line upon line, precept on the precept, but it might just blow your mind. But all the things that you've been told that you can make it. I know the struggle is for real, but you can make it. I see you fell on hard times, but you can make it. I know the prophecies for real, so we gon' make it. All the pain is peace in the world. Just know the Lord is testing us. Wanna be his children, but living just like the rest of them. The devil's out of time. This is why he getting greedy. Food, clothes, shelter, that is all we really needed. The truth is what I'm standing for. All else is irrelevant. Tell you about the ways of the world. They on some bullshit. All around the world, we singing the same song. Got my fist up to the sky. I'm ready to get it on. If you don't know how to move, I can tell you. I can tell you. If you don't know who is who, I can tell you. I can tell you. If you ask me what the truth, I can tell you. I can tell you. If you ask me what it do, I can tell you. I can tell you. Lord no, Lord no, Lord no. Yeah. Lord knows I've been going through some things. I'm just trying to keep my mind right. And I've been carrying all this pain. Sometimes I feel like that this world is falling down on me. Every day I gotta hustle. Every day I gotta struggle. Every day I feel this world is falling down on me. Every day I gotta hustle. Every day I gotta struggle. Every day I feel this world is falling down. It ain't no loyalty, no trust. Everybody out to get you. You been fuck with her for 10 years, but she'll turn you in to be richer. Your main homie done turned on you, just sign your name on that paper. She misguided, just 16, but do anything for that paper. And like the whole world done gone crazy. Nobody gives a shit. That's why they yelp on that backseat and that 40 dropping that kick. Instagram got your mind going, doing anything for them lights. Why the government just trick your ass? You done sign away all your rights. My mama called the other day, shit, son, won't you just cry hard? When it get real, just be strong. Keep pushing it, thank God. I got 3 kids who need me. My older daughter, she greedy. So everything come from the heart. Trust my homie, believe me. I've been knocked down, but I got up. Try to hold me back, but I shot up. Definition of a real king. Martin Luther had a real king. Spent 4 days on one verse in the same clothes. I'm a real thing. That's 4 days with no sleep, and I won't stop till it's real thing. Let's go. Spent 4 days on one verse in the same clothes. I'm a real thing. That's 4 days with no sleep, and I won't stop till it's real thing. Let's go. Lord knows I've been going through some things. I'm just trying to keep my mind right. And I've been carrying all this pain. Sometimes I feel like that this world is falling down on me. Every day I gotta hustle. Every day I gotta struggle. Every day I feel this world is falling down on me. Every day I gotta hustle. Every day I gotta struggle. Every day I feel this world is falling down on me. You fuck with that, Kananya?
Yeah, that sounds straight.
Alright. Let me see, I got some other shit.
But he answered and said, I am not shit. I am not shit. But at night, unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Give it to me. Leave it on the wall. Give me anything that. Drink it all up. But Esau have I hate. God said he loved Jacob and hated Esau. Everybody say God don't hate. You a damn liar. That's God. He hates you niggas when you sell the that's why you die. He hates you when you buy and war, that's why you get AIDS. That's right. He hates you eating bread, shrimp, and lobster, that's why you got high blood pressure and heart disease. That's right. Tell me God love everything. He hates some things, and he punish you for. Why you think me in this head?
616, sir.
Let me tell you something, black man.
616? Yeah. I said when he get down here and you sit down, that's when you start to cry.
started.
This live.
I know. It started.
Live right now? There we go. Shalaka, sir.
Shalakia. We are ISUPK coming out 125th, 1 West Harlem, New York, on Commander General Yohana. I'm also Rapa, and let's get into it. Because endurance has a hold on us. Endurance it has a hold on us. So we gotta we gotta make it. So Ezekiel chapter verse 12 and 13. You get it?
Ezekiel what?
12 and 13. Because if we don't endure, we gonna fall short of the most high glory. And we don't want to fall short of the most high glory. So
You said 12 and 13?
yes.
All right, I got it.
Read.
All right, Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 13. My net also will be spread upon him.
My net will be also spread upon him. 12 and 13.
Come.
12 and 13. Ezekiel. It say, you reading Ezekiel
Come.
chapter 12 verse 13. Say it again.
It says, my net also will I spread upon him.
Ezekiel.
Come.
Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes.
Shalaka, sir. I'm about to go call the trooper and see what they got to do.
All right.
Is that in the park?
Ecclesiastes is in the
Yeah.
Bible.
Yeah.
Ecclesiasticus is in,
Yeah.
I think it's the other one.
You got it. So, but we fall short of the glory of God, and we don't want to do that. So,
So like you said, Ecclesiastes what?
12 and 13.
Come.
My bad. About the wording.
All right, I'm there. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God, keep his commandments.
See, fear God and keep his commandment. We gotta fear him. If we don't, we will be lost. So we will be lost and taken. So we gotta fear him because fearing God is the. What else should we do? What else should we do but fear God? Fear him. Because it's all said and done to fear him. So keep on going.
Come. For this is the whole For this is the whole duty of a man.
Yep. This is a whole duty of man. See, whole duty. If we don't fear him, then he will find somebody else to fear him. But us black Latinos and Native Americans should fear him because we have nothing else to do. We have nothing else to go for. So fear him and keep his commandments, because it'll be a lot to not fear him. You know, Mark chapter 4 and verse 16. No, read that 14 before you go to Mark.
Ecclesiastes.
Yeah.
Verse 14. For God shall bring every work unto the judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
See, God gonna shut this place down. He gonna bring your house out, and he gonna shut this place down. So you better it's only a short time before we fall out. Before we fall out, it gon' Jesus gonna come. Yahushua in ancient Hebrew, he gonna come.
That's
And
right.
when he come, you Lord knows you Lord knows what you finna do. You finna go on and just take it, because you selling drugs out here, you hustling, you your girl's a whore, or you a whore, all type of stuff. And we he said follow him, follow Yahushua, because Yahushua Yahushua only Yahushua doing what the Most High doing. So and you should follow him, because if you don't, then we all gonna be destroyed. So you done with that?
Come.
Mark chapter 14, 4 and verse 16.
All right, there. Mark chapter 4, verse 16. And these, Salakia, and these are they likewise which are sworn.
And these are they, what?
And these are they likewise.
Yeah. So it's telling you likewise, you gotta follow the Most High. You got to, or you gonna be destroyed. You got to. So finish verse.
Come. Which are sworn on stony ground.
Which are sworn on stony ground. He had prophets who is in thick soil. Then he has prophets who on stony ground. And I'm calling you prophets because you are. You just gotta believe it. You just gotta believe, because you are. Because but he has prophets who placed on stony ground, and you gon' on stony ground, so you taking effect, but and then it come right out of you. It come right out of, so you go into class this time. You go into class this time, and then you leave out, and you like everything happened to you. you don't supposed to let everything happen to you. You ain't supposed to um let everything happen to you because but you on starting ground. So you gonna let everything happen to you because you ain't as deep as soil. You're not as deep as soil. So you gonna let everything happen to you, and you not supposed to let everything happen to you. You are a man, women too. You are men and women. So you not supposed to you should think you should think where I'm gonna I'm gonna think what is gonna happen to me.
Right.
You gotta think that. Go on.
Con. When they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness.
Bring pause that. Immediately received it with gladness. So you immediately receive you say, oh, we are Israelites, or we must do what the Lord say, and
Right.
then you go out and you talk you go out and you
Here you go, preacher. All right. What was we on?
endurance.
Endurance.
Yeah.
That's a great topic. What scripture you had?
Mark chapter 4, verse 16.
Mark 4 and 16.
Con.
All right. Who got it?
I got it.
Let me get there with you. All right.
All right, chapter 4, Mark chapter 4, verse 16. And these are they likewise which are sworn on thy ground. Salaki, on stony ground.
On what?
Stony ground.
Yes. What does that mean to be sown on stony ground? Go ahead.
It's unleavened stone.
Well, nothing about level. It's about what you want to think about is when you come into the truth, you got to ask yourself, are you really rooted?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And if you're really rooted, you can't be rooted on stony ground. Roots don't take on stony ground. What is stony ground? Concrete. You ever planted a plant on concrete? On brick? How deep did the roots go after you planted it on concrete? Go ahead.
It don't go as deep.
They don't go at all.
Yeah.
You can't plant something on stony ground. It doesn't work like that. You can sit it on stony ground. Go ahead. Go ahead, please keep reading.
Who, when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness.
They did what?
Who, when they have heard the word,
Meaning when they heard the truth, go ahead.
Immediately receive it with gladness.
Meaning like the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of,
That's
right?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The Jews and the Israelites are dark people. You know what I'm saying? They black. You know what I'm saying? They brown. You know what I mean? When they start hearing that kind of stuff, and you know what the brothers hear when they hear a man can have multiple wives lawfully. Oh man, they sound good to them, right? What else? Give me some more examples of what sounds good to you when you first hear it. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Shit.
You receive it with gladness. Give me some. Segregation. Go ahead.
Black and brown unity.
There you go. How that camera doing? We got it. Is it good? All right. It look a little crooked right here. Look a little. No. Let him fix it if he feel he needs to. Yeah, you got to get both of these blue curtains in there in the frame. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? We trying to figure it out.
Burn them both together.
What is that? What we got burning in here? What is that?
I burn frankincense and then I burn the myrrh.
2 separate slips.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. It's incense, you know. That's the wild. All right. So yeah, these kind of things you hear when you first come into the truth. You hear about who the 12 tribes are, and that makes you glad because you looked at these people and you said, "Man, these people right here we can all relate." You know what I'm saying? And the First Nations people, the Hispanic people or Latino, and the Negro and West Indians, like we all have the same plight. So when you hear that our enemy, the Lord is against our enemy, you see what I'm saying? Like God doesn't care about the white race. When you hear about stuff like that, it's like, man, what's this? Man, that makes me happy to hear. Because I've been oppressed my whole life. And I knew it was a reason.
Right.
Now I really know. Go ahead. Read on.
Verse 17. And have no root in themselves.
And they don't have any root in themselves. They just hear the truth and, oh man, that sound like the truth, brother. Yeah. But they don't have no root in themselves. Meaning they don't stand planted on what they heard. They heard it, sounds good, makes them feel good, and then trees are known to stay where they are. So when it says that they're not rooted, saying that this person who hears this sounds good, but they don't stay like a tree stays. Go ahead.
And so endure but for time afterward.
Do what?
And so endure but for a time afterward.
Man, listen, real talk, it's some brothers that's gonna come into this truth and they're gonna be here for a second. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be here for a time. You understand? But once whatever in their mindset tells them that they should leave, they'll be gone. Because I'm going to tell you like this, the truth is repetitive. Every single day we've been saying the same thing since 1969. That's right. Every time we hit the truth, it's always the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. The Israelites are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Don't eat this, eat that. We talk against whores. We talk against oppression. We talk against the violence that goes on against our people. It's repetitive. It's new to you when you first hear it, but in your soul, it has to be new to you every time you hear it.
Right.
Every time you hear it. If not, you'll make like a tree and leave. Go ahead, preach.
Sir, it's like a refreshing.
Mm-hmm. It's like a refresher, and that's why studying is like one of the best things you have to keep you grounded. Because every time you read a book, every time you read the Bible, there's always something new. Studying history. The more you study history, the more you find, and the more you dig, the more you find that supports the truth. Is there any water in there, or
Come on.
maybe a pop? Let me get a pop real quick. You know what I'm
Which one
saying?
do you want?
A Sprite, if there's one in there, please. No Mountain Dew for me. I appreciate it, bro. I don't do Mountain Dew. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll take nigga pop. Grape soda. Nigga pop. Alright. But if I could, can I get a cup, please? Can I get a cup for this, please? If you could. But yeah. So now you're looking at somebody be prepared to pick up where you left off at, all right? So these type of people, they don't, you know, water. These kind of people, they're here for a time. They're not rooted, so they don't stay. And you got to understand that. You know what I mean? But they come and they do their service and they do their thing, and then they get up out of here. Read on.
When Slaki, afterward, when affliction or persecution, am I reading that right? Persecution
You got to put your finger in front of the camera again.
ariseth.
Now move it. There you go.
For the word's sake, immediately they are offended.
It says, afterward, when affliction or persecution arises, for the word's sake, immediately they are offended. That's why people leave the truth. Can't make this up. It's men who left the truth over fried chicken. Fried chicken, brother. Somebody tell them, hey man, this ain't what you doing. You got to do this. You da-da-da-da-da. They what? Man, ain't nobody telling me what to do. I'm a grown man. I'm getting up out of here. You see what I'm saying? They're not soldier enough. They're not men enough. Go ahead, sis.
I got a question. How could like a brother or sister be in the school for like 10 plus years and then decide to just
leave? I don't know. And I'll never know how to explain that question. I can explain about it as well as the Bible says it. For they was never with us anyway.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They never was here. Their heart was never here.
That's right.
You had men who was 12 shield generals, man. They left. If you would have seen one of them cats, I'd be watching them old tapes, man, of the generals back in the days. Those cats were powerful, man. Powerful.
That's right.
And every time I see them, I say, man, I got to be better than these men. You know what I'm saying? I got to be better than them. They gave the blueprint. I got to be better than them. I got to teach class better than them. I got to carry myself better than them. I got to stay rooted. That's what makes you better than them. The scriptures say, he that endureth until the end, the same shall be saved. I mean, I'm paraphrasing it, but you have to endure to the end. You understand? You have to.
Oh, God.
If you don't, you're going to be just like them. We're going to be talking about you. Hey, man, there was a brother in here, man. You know, he was this, he was that. How did they leave? Who cares? I don't care. Because I care about who's here.
That's right.
Right.
Sisters here. Oh, your husband can have more than one wife? What? So, God is black. And the angels is black. The Israelites are black and brown people. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
That's right.
The Lord will forgive you for your sins if you change your life. I'm with all of that. But I just can't get with that man having multiple wives. That's It must not be God. You know what I'm saying? God, that ain't godly. And then they go. For a man, it could be anything, man. A woman leave him, he leave with her. I don't know. I don't know, sis. Only thing I can say is you don't leave. That's all I can say. If you was wise, you wouldn't leave. 1 second, sis. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say usually it just comes down to like money and females. Money and women.
Money and women. Yeah. And for the pursuit of that, you could selfishness, greed, vanity, all the things that the Lord hate. You become that in the pursuit of putting money before you put the person, before you put that which made money, made men, made the earth, made everything, you made the trees that they get the money from. You know what I'm saying? You worshiping money, it comes from a tree. Those things that you see every single day. You drive up and down the street, you don't even realize that you're riding past money every single day. You don't pay it no mind until the white man prints it, presses it, turns it to something that you can use. And then so now this is enough for you to kill your brother. Excuse me, brother. Before it was a paper dollar, it was a tree. You killed your brother over a tree. It's crazy. Go ahead.
Sir. Money and status. You know what I mean? Because with money you get status, or you want to unalive a brother to get status.
Yeah. Why? So that we can do what? Get women?
To get women.
Why? So we can look glorious in the eyes of who? Because that don't look good to the Lord. You understand? You want to look wise in front of... Money don't make you wise. Money doesn't make you a good man. And that's something we got to really understand here in America, especially in these last days. Because no matter what you believe, everything that the Bible said was going to happen is still going to happen. Whether you believe it or not. I'm not here to convince somebody to believe the Bible. I don't give a damn if you do or you don't. If you want to get up and leave and go smoke drugs, go do that. You want to get up and leave and go have sex with whores, you go do that. You want to get up and go drink your life away, go do that. Go have fun. Just remember, there is coming a time where everything you know to be true, everything you've learned in the school, is going to happen. And then it's just going to be too late for you. I pray the Lord has mercy on them brothers and sisters in that day. But in reality, if I believe this whole entire book, and I believe the words that are written in red, when they see our King in that day, their head got to come off their shoulders.
That's right.
The Lord is going to reset them. They're going to be reset. And that's going to be that. So, I mean, I'm going to endure until the end. You understand? I don't give a damn what it is, brother. I'm going to keep trying and keep trying every single day, but I'm never leaving the truth. And you understand? Right. And I don't have to say that in front of y'all, hoping that you believe me.
Right.
I'll just be here when you leave.
Right.
I'm telling you, I'm going to be here when you go. I've invested everything that I have into this truth.
That's right.
There's nothing else I have. Nothing. I've given my children over to the Lord. Right. My whole house serves God. I mean, everything I do is about this truth. You brothers see the sacrifices that I do every day, right. And that's small compared to men that came before me. There's men that gave up everything, gave up more than me, Akim, and still left. Don't be deceived. In your heart, yes, every man says they're not going to leave. But you got to put yourself in a position to where, in your mind, I mean, you don't have an option to leave. What option do you have? Have you ever tried it before? Temptation is going to come. Right. I could just thank the Lord that they came when I was a younger man. You know what I'm saying? When I was an officer of 50 and I left the drug game, somebody came with a $25 million check for an invention and said, hey, man, listen, we used your invention. We patented it. They gave us a check for $25 million. Come back and work with us, man, in this weed. And I was officer of 50. I told them, listen, man, if y'all don't get from in front of my house, what's going to happen is I'm going to put these black hands on your face. I told you don't ever come to my house no more. What made you thought that was going to happen? Right. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm supposed to do now? Am I supposed to now say, oh, that's $25 million. Oh, I would love to go have sex with whores because that's all that's going to come with it. Do you understand what type of women money attracts? I mean, what kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead.
I was going to say the one, like, wicked lifestyle bring wicked women, and wicked women lean on men that's wicked as well.
Well, don't get it twisted. A woman loves a man of God that has money but doesn't serve it. A woman knows that you're a mark. Listen, I'm telling you, rappers are marks.
That's right.
Women look at rappers and say, I'm going to get him for his money. Why? Because he wants my body. They're marks. Go ahead.
And these women know that men don't have the patience of the game to spit at these women, so they use the money.
Listen, man. Whatever. I mean, I don't want money to be the thing that attracts women to me.
Bro, that's right.
I don't want that. I want a woman to look at me for my reputation, for the men that respect me, honorable men that honor me. Excuse me with that respect word. 1 second, I'm coming to you. Men that look at me and say, I trust this brother. This brother has a great reputation, and they have great reputations. You understand? I want her to see the honor that these men have for me because of what I've done for them. Listen, nothing better than being a servant.
That's right.
I'm just telling you straight up. What better is there to be a servant? Even rich people want to serve.
That's right.
Rich people do what? They give to charity. Why? Because it enhances their reputation. At least they think. So they'll give to organizations with money, and then they'll try to put on a persona that makes it seem like they look good. 20 minutes later, they at the strip club throwing dollars. You see Lil Boosie on Vlad TV talking about the struggles of life. You understand? And how he'll never go back to this and never go back to that. And bloop, bloop, de blop, and all that. Sounds good. He educating black men and black women about this. And then 20 minutes later, you see him in a strip club with a woman bouncing all on him.
That's right.
Money in his hand, tricking off to women, enlarging the hand of the wicked. You helping the hand of the wicked stay wicked. And do what? Oppress righteous people? Life is bigger than money, brother. Although money is a defense, don't get it twisted. Send your tithe into the Israelite school or UPK. Pay them immediately. Pay your camp fees or whatever. Put your money in here. And we'll show you that, it's better things to do with money than just to ever spend it on strippers. To ever endorse drug dealing. To ever endorse gang violence. To ever endorse scammers, you know what I'm saying? Like all that kind of stuff. But I said all that to say this. Anybody who uses vanity and uses what's another word for it? Ignorance. I mean, brother, you're a mark to the wise and the wicked. Like there's wickedness, there's wisdom in wickedness too. Don't get it twisted. Because the devil, the white man, knows how to use. He's wise in wickedness. You see what I'm saying? He knows how to make you do what he wants you to do in wickedness. All you got to do is give him the room that he needs to do it, and then you got. And so women have made an alliance with the same serpent, brother, from the garden. Now, Black and Hispanic women have made that alliance again, and they use money or the illusion of having money as a way to make themselves greater than men. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. You ever heard that before? I don't need no man. I know. Go tell them women in Gaza, ask them if they need a man.
Right.
It's some women that was over there in Israel on the day when they went and threw them bombs and then Hamas went through the city and started smoking everybody. It was women in there on their knees praying that the Lord send them a man. They didn't pray for money. You understand? They didn't pray for that. What do you think a woman is going to pray for when money can't help her anymore?
That's right.
What do you think Black and Hispanic women going to pray for? Go ahead.
A strong man.
They're going to pray for a strong man who's not weak to what?
Pressure.
No.
Money and wickedness.
Money. A man who can't be bribed. They're going to be looking for him. And I know right now it's only a few of us in his basement right now. I know that.
That's right.
But you are that type of man that 7 women or more, It's gonna be knocking at your door, Kanaya. And they're gonna be like, man, I know you got your wife and everything like that. But I need your help. I'll give you some of this tail and I'll be yours forever. I already got a lot of money. I got jewelry, I got diamonds, I got whatever you want. I just want to be called by your name. You understand? I just give him a hand. Give the Lord a hand. That's about to be y'all. Don't you know the end is here? Give me Matthew, man, where it's talking about the end, the wars and rumors of wars and the earthquakes and all of that. Let's go there. Because I just put it. Somebody give me that story also that's in the group chat, man, about those volcanoes erupting. Go ahead. Who wrote the hand?
You said Matthew what?
You find it. I ain't giving you everything. Now you're Officer 50. Find it. Wars and rumors of wars. Find it. You Officer 1000. Find it. It's okay. Just find it. Doom, doom, doom. Ah. I need y'all to, be able to know your scriptures, man. All right? Y'all got to know your scriptures, man. You got to study. Or not. Don't do it. I'll do all the studying. I'll keep it. I'll be there waiting on y'all. You know what I'm saying, when you get there. I ain't gonna wait forever though. 2 officers of 1,000 outside right now in the audience, in the classroom. An officer of 50. Go ahead.
It's like I'm looking up the earthquakes.
Oh, okay. Well, it'll be there. It'll be there. It's all attached to the same scripture.
It's like you said, the article, right?
Oh yeah, the earthquakes. Yeah, it's in the group chat. I literally just posted it in the group chat.
Volcanoes.
Okay, volcanoes, earthquakes, same thing. Volcanoes erupting. Excuse my French. Come on, y'all.
It's like in the meantime, you want to read the article?
If I could, can I get another one of them?
An article from CNN. Disaster, the headline, disaster. Iceland declares state of emergency.
Who does?
Iceland.
Where ice is? These people got ice all the time. Now a little fire come and they in a state of emergency. That's like those places like in Houston. Like if you let it snow in Houston, everything's shutting down. School shutting down. It's a state of emergency. They don't see this. Go ahead.
Evacuates residents over threat of volcanic eruption.
Over what?
Volcanic eruption.
Go ahead.
Iceland has declared a state of emergency, with police officials urging residents to evacuate the coastal town of Grindavik, following an intense wave of earthquakes.
A wave of what?
A wave of earthquakes.
Good night.
In the southwest of the country linked to a possible volcanic eruption. Nearly 800 quakes.
800 what?
Quakes.
Go ahead.
Were recorded between midnight and 2 p.m. on Friday.
Golly.
With the shallowest at a depth of 3 to 3.5 kilometers, which would translate to 1.8 to 2.1 miles. According to the Icelandic Meteorological Office. In statements Friday, Iceland Civil Protection Agency said a magma tunnel
What?
A schmagma tunnel.
Good night. Nah.
A magma tunnel that is forming could reach Grindavik, but as of Friday evening, the Icelandic authorities said it has been impossible to tell if and where the magma might break through to the surface. Earthquakes may become bigger than those that have already occurred, and this sequence of events could lead to an eruption.
I'll tell you what. You're looking at, hold on, let me see. I'm looking for. That's crazy. That is crazy. Let me find this one though. Something else I wanted to show y'all. Dr. Schmegma. Let's see something. Also, U.S. they carrying out airstrikes in Syria. Russian and U.S. airstrikes attack targets in Syria. What else we got? Oh snap! Hold on 1 second. This is going to be the next one I ask you to read in a second, brother. After we do this one.
I got the words that rooms the boys.
Most High in Christ. Give these brothers a hand. All right. Hold on. I'm going to find this article. Give me a second. Some of these stories is just crazy. But we're going to address them tonight. We got any questions online, Kananya?
I'll say.
Okay. All right. So let me get that scripture, please. Who got it? Y'all can't read everything in the Bible, y'all.
I got it.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Well, we already know that's happening, right? We can see that happening every day. That's why we're talking about World War III every chance we get. Why? Because there's war that has broken out in the Middle East. And it's not going to stop. It's not. It's going to keep going until it gets worse. Worse. So worse, Christ got to come back. That's what's going to happen. People think that this is about to be something that's about to die down. And it's about to spill over into America. Because we already seen the other day, right? The Jewish people are out protesting and they are getting violent. The Palestinian supporters are out protesting and they are getting violent. So what do you think that's going to do for black people? Go ahead, brother.
Nah, sir. In Portland and Seattle, they've been protesting like crazy, blocking on the roads.
It's not just there. It is in every city in America. Go ahead.
They go, black people go, black and Latino people go start to form together and break away from their society.
Nope, that's not going to happen. Not yet. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir, even though the Ish people, when they protest and stuff is violent, they still don't classify them as a hate group or anything like that.
There you go. There you go. You're going to see the hypocrisy of America happen. You're going to see the hypocrisy of America happen. And they are going to cater to these Jewish people over here. These Jewish people are going to feel invincible because they're going to get violent on these Palestinians, and these Palestinians are going to get violent back. And then all of these Black and Hispanic people and First Nations people that wanted to stand with either Palestine or stand with either the Wishman, WJIs, when you stand with them or you stand with Palestine, guess what's going to happen? All out war is about to happen. There's not going to be bottles being thrown. It's not going to be none of that. It's going to be stabbings and shootings and unalivings that's going to about to happen. And then Black people going to look at these Hispanics and be like, man, bro, what are we doing here? Damn, we was just fighting Crips and Blood, brother. It was Latin Kings against GD. They said we was done for that. But we feel like we should have been fighting that war. Right. Now they fighting a stupid war that has nothing, when I say absolutely nothing to do with Black people, it has absolutely, I'm coming to you, has absolutely nothing to do with Black and Hispanic people. We did not oppress the Palestinians. We did not stand on the side of the Jewish man. We didn't stand with Palestine. We wasn't with Palestine when they shot them rockets off and unalived them people over there. We wasn't there. Now they asking for us to give our support. What does our support look like? The reason why, if you was a man of war, you would know this. The reason why they're asking for Black people to stand with either side is because they want you when they get down to the nitty gritty and here in America. And they know that they can have whatever they want to have. But when you start going to war with Blacks and Hispanics in these neighborhoods, they remember the stories about you. They read about it all the time. They read about it in the Bible all the time. Here's another thing. Now all the rappers are being Muslims. Why? So that you won't ever come back to the Lord. Well, guess what? You're going to see it happen, brother. They're going to do it. And then once the race wars really start to kick off, then you're going to be able to see that us standing with either side is a big mistake. It's a big mistake. Shalom, Lord Christ. It's a big mistake, man. Because both sides are saying we should stand with them. The first side that we pick, you're going to see the other side talk about how we ain't nothing but niggas and wetbacks. Right. We ain't want y'all no way. We're going to kill you right with them. Excuse me, we're going to unalive you right with them. Right. Because really, you're just a pawn in their game. Right. You want to say something?
Yeah, another one. I saw this post. They were saying, "Free Palestine, all freedom matters."
All freedom matters. Who's saying that? Black people?
No, it's some brother in the school. He was saying, "All freedom matters." You know what I mean? Because our freedom, the Mexican.
Yeah, right. Our freedom should matter too, right? All freedom should matter.
Right.
But here's the kicker. Yours doesn't.
Right.
You wanna know why? Because you're happy with America.
Right.
You are happy with Christmas.
Right. Right.
Thanksgiving is about to come.
Right.
You're happy with Thanksgiving. Right. You partake in America. So you're going to partake in her sins. Right. And you're going to partake in her plagues when they come too.
Right.
Go ahead.
I'm waiting for one of these Palestine people that's protesting to celebrate Thanksgiving. Another one.
Why? Who cares? I'm gonna tell you why. They're never gonna do it.
Right.
Because they don't care about America. Right. They care about
their lives.
Starts with a P.
Palestine.
They care about Palestinians. Care about Palestine. They are being oppressed in Palestine. And they have been going to war, throwing rocks and pebbles. Then they start throwing rockets, and now they went and invaded Israel and shot up a bunch of people, you know what I'm saying, that oppressed them. You think they got time to care about us? Thanksgiving?
Right.
Brother, they don't care about nothing that you love.
Right. That's right.
Nothing that you love. They don't care, and they want you to stand with Palestine, but Palestine didn't stand with us.
Right.
Palestine ain't saying nothing about 85,000. I'm never letting that go. I'm
Right.
done. I'm never letting that go.
Right.
85,000 children
That's right.
and women missing at the border right now that come from my race.
That's
Who
right.
stands with us?
Right.
They don't stand with us.
Right.
Then you got Jewish people talking about they stood with Black Lives Matter when George Floyd and all that. Man, y'all created Black Lives Matter.
Right.
Y'all created the system that we're in here.
Right.
The Jewish white man has never stood with black people.
Right.
Only thing they did was exploit black people.
Right.
I could break it down for you. After slavery and after Black Wall Street, you know what they did? They took all of our talented people and then they gave them record deals, then gave them no money and made billions off of them.
Yep.
Took that money and gave it to the Jewish man.
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood.
Yep.
They did the same thing with Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think about the face of blues, it's black people.
Right.
But who get the money from
Right.
blues? Not black people.
Right.
You understand? What else? How about this one? Hip hop.
Right.
You think these rappers run themselves? They don't. You ever seen the baby? What's his name? Lil Baby?
Yeah.
You see him hugged up with a white dude? That was a Jewish man who runs stuff.
Right.
They run things.
Right.
And they control the narrative, man.
Right.
The people who run hip hop and rap music don't look like you and you. They don't have our bloodline.
Right.
It's your enterprise. They will never give it to you.
Right.
And they can count on you not pulling your soul out of what they have.
Right.
You understand? They validate your music.
Right.
They push the narrative. Why you think all these rappers talking about they finna be Muslim, Kananya?
Mm-hmm.
Because white people want to do it. And guess what kind of white people? Jewish white people want them to do that.
Right.
Why? Because you go in the corner and say that you're an Israelite.
Right.
Last thing they want you to do is be an Israelite.
Right.
Because you are one. Go ahead.
It's like it's on that note. There was this Instagram. I think you had put this in the group chat. Karen Ataya had posted it concerning a comment that Michelle Rosenberg had made on the flip side of the Palestine Jewish allegiance act. Jews went to prison for participating in freedom rides. Jews helped establish the NAACP, and Jews marched with BLM. We will remember the silence from the black community. We won't forget.
Most High Christ. I pray they don't forget, ZQ. Please remember
Right.
that we are silent.
Right.
Go ahead.
It's like you should have said. Why they saying that? The Lord remembers the everything that they put us through.
That's right.
In America. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
The Lord gonna remember them slave ships that they put us in.
That's right.
You understand? The Lord gonna remember Hollywood. He's gonna remember the drugs. Because let me tell y'all something. You want to know what's more vicious than an Italian mobster?
Drugs.
No.
The Christian church.
Of course, yes. Well, Italians are white people. What's more vicious than? Go ahead.
The Jewish.
The Jewish mob ran the Italian mob. You ever heard of Meyer Lansky? Oh, you better do some research on Meyer Lansky. Oh yeah, it was Jewish gangsters out there that was running it, man. Except for you didn't know about it, because why would they want you to know about it? So what do they pump? So that you don't ever zero in on the Jewish gangsters, they pump the Italian gangsters. Go ahead.
I was about to say they pump Scarface and Nino Brown
Yeah.
stuff like that to us. They the real gangsters.
That's the point. I mean, they gangstered you out of they gangstered you out of some of the most money making enterprises on earth right now.
Yep.
Music, art, the Bible. You understand? There's no selling book. I don't care what Lil Kim say. She's never gonna outsell the Bible, brother, with that stupid little dumbass book that she thinks she's finna put out. We already know her story, bro. Lil Kim sucked ride to get where she at. Hated how she looked. Now she looks like some Korean bitch. You understand? I mean, nobody gives a damn about what Lil' Kim is trying to say. She's not going to outsell the Bible. All right? The Jewish white man, he influenced us or created the NAACP. And the NAACP sells us out even to this day. Taught us how to be sellouts. You think black people give a fuck about the NAACP? Right. We don't care about the NAACP. Right. All we know is the Black Caucus, they voting for everything that hurts us. Right. Right. They voted to militarize the damn police. As soon as they militarize the damn police, the police start smoking black men and unaliving us at an alarming rate. Hispanic and Native Indians too. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir. We know that the NAACP don't care about the Black, Hispanic, and Native American neighborhoods because of the music that's going on right now. Right. Like back in the day, they protested the men's music, and nowadays the music that the women putting out is more like
destructive.
More destructive than it used to be. So they letting this go on. So that's how we know. Right.
Here's another reason. That's a great point. Give them a hand. Here's another reason how you know that they don't care. Because when it comes down to the Bible, they could just tell the truth. You know that? You know they could just tell the truth. They could just say, you know what? Okay. Y'all are the real Jews. All right? We just wanted to be over here with y'all. All this money that America is sending to us should go to y'all in the ghetto. You understand? Ask them where the $14.5 billion that any white people have ever given to black people. It took them, a week to put that money together? And then when you say, hey, we need this, we need that, to America, what does America say? Man, we can't just give y'all reparations like that. It's going to take us so long to just get this money together. 14 billion. Man, okay. I don't know. Somebody help me do the math. If you have, how many black people in America, roughly? 30 million? About 30 million?
30 million. Let's say 30 million.
Let's say 30 million. How much would 40 acres cost today? Hey Siri, how much does 40 acres cost in Wisconsin?
Okay, I found this on the web for how much does 40 acres cost in Wisconsin. Check it out.
We need a Alexa. I thought I bought an Alexa for the class. Okay, $190,000 for 40 acres, roughly. All right, and I'm looking for 40 acres. Okay, here go 575,000. 500,000.
So I have right here 5,551 per acre.
Right, and I'm looking at, okay, depending on where you're at, you know what I'm saying, the land might cost you something. All right. Even if it costs you $1 million, right? Now, I'm not a calculator, right? But I just want to see something. If it costs you $500,000, right, times 30, hold on, 500,000 times 30 mil. What is that?
1.5.
What is that? E13? I don't know what the hell.
I don't know what that is.
Let's ask Siri what this is. I don't know.
Maybe it means estimate.
He said me estimate. No. That's something different right there, priest. I'm finna Google it right now. I don't even sweat it. See, we got the power of information on our fingertips. You can't just lie to black people anymore. That's 15. 1, 2, 3. 15 billion. Or is that trillion? 15 trillion?
Might be 15 trillion.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's like, so if I could, you know what I'm saying? I've been hearing like kind of rumors through the grapevine. I've been watching some of these,
It's quadrillion. I'm sorry.
Quadrillion.
15 quadrillion. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So like you said, you know what I'm saying? I've been hearing like, you know, watching, you know, podcasts and stuff, you know what I'm saying, from these, you know, like America representative, you know what I'm saying? It was one chick talking about that America will be broke by the end of next year. America will have no money.
Don't believe that.
Yeah.
America is never going broke because America has all the money.
Right.
And that is called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
They have your mind, they have your loyalty, they have your fealty, they have your soul.
Right.
America is never going broke as long as you believe in it. As long as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians believe in America, America will always be rich.
Right.
Because you're going to pour your money into Thanksgiving this year. The money that you go and you slave hard to get. You're gonna go and pay. Hey Siri, how much money did America make during Christmas last year?
Okay, I found this on the web for how much.
Okay. How much do America spend on Christmas? Here is the latest data. Get down to the numbers. They saying the average house spends about $1,000 on Christmas. I don't know where they at.
So it's like you said, I got U.S. Christmas gift spending over time. And 2022, sales, Christmas gifts, sales were 936.3 billion.
I see it.
So that's a little bit. That's just shy of a trillion. Just shy of a trillion.
I was about to say about a trillion.
And that's in what? 1 month?
No,
That's it.
Yeah. That's probably the whole month of December.
That's the month of December. Go ahead.
And I'm pretty sure all these buyers been buying like months before Christmas too.
Well, I mean, here's the deal. They're just looking at the gifts. What America is spending on gifts, right? 1 month. Now, they're not talking about the bills, light bills, the rap. How much money does Hallmark make, you know what I'm saying, on the cards? And, you know, how much money does eggnog make?
Right.
You understand? Like General Muhammad was talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like farms would, if you didn't eat pork, farms would go out of style.
Right.
Done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they told you what breakfast was so that they can make the farmers rich here in America.
Mm-hmm.
Usually breakfast was what you ate last night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you had steak, Philly cheesesteaks, you ate the leftovers in the morning for breakfast. You see what I'm saying? We make America rich every day for breakfast. They told you that you should eat the bacon. They told you that you should eat the grits.
Right.
They told you that you should make hash browns. They told you should get the toast, have a nice glass of milk, sis, or some coffee. You know what I'm saying? With some orange juice. You know what I mean? Right. They told you that. Cereal. Why? Why would they tell you that? Can you go back in the days and see a breakfast look like this? No, the breakfast didn't look like that in the medieval times. In the medieval times alone, breakfast didn't look like that. Nowhere on the earth did breakfast look like that. Now it does. Right. The eggs, you know what I'm saying? It didn't look like that. Breakfast was that big old turkey leg that you had last night that you couldn't finish. You put that in the ice box. Let me ask y'all a question. Did we have refrigerators back then? We didn't? Are you sure of it?
So like I said, it probably not as we know as refrigerators, but they had some probably type of coolant, you know, some ways to preserve food without using a refrigerator. For example, like, you know, for meat, they'll cover it with salt, put it in salt to preserve the meat and stuff like that.
Right. They would do that, but the refrigerator is an invention that they got from something that they used to use. I know you know because you're country. You finna say the word, but before you say it, I want to see what he gonna say. That's my country sister right there. She country as hell. Go ahead.
So like I had seen examples of like ground fridges, like where they dig in and they can store their meat underground, and it's got like a natural insulation to regulate the temperature so that it keeps it cool, keeps it dry. Also keeps it cool, keeps it dry.
Who digging that up for the food? I'm not digging. Listen, I'm telling you, I got to dig every day to get some food, and then put the dirt back. I'm good. Go ahead.
You gotta dig that and get the Passover lamb.
I'm just saying. Now that's crazy. I've never heard of that one before. Damn.
I'm pretty sure they do that though. I'll be watching certain like survival shows and stuff like that, and they do
bury their food, yeah.
And they put it on the ground.
I mean, if you look at it, basements are normally kind of cold. Like we in an apartment complex right now, so you're kind of bordered and insulated in that sense too. But
I know you know about a basement. It's cold down there.
Yeah, nice and cool.
It's like if you
nice and cool, especially during these months.
And if you believed in ghosts, you would have swore it was a ghost sleeping with you every night.
Right.
It's really just the basement. That's all. Mm-hmm. But no, you're right. So I mean that could work, but to dig that food every day, that's crazy. Well, but if you dug you a hole down in there,
they dug
you put the bricks around it and stuff like that, kind of like a well. It goes down into a spot. You tie a rope down, you drop your food on down in there. I can understand that. But it was even more simpler than that. And I know the sister gonna get it because she country as hell. Sister, what is it called?
My grandma used to call them underground barrels, where they had little cooler spots. They, like if you had like meat or something that you need to put in the refrigerator, you would take it down into this little dugout hole, pretty much.
What he saying, basically what he's saying.
And then like if you had something that you want to just like have shelf, like butter, milk and stuff, you put it in the cooler on the shelf, which it was a cool box, a dark cupboard like, and you just put it in there because they didn't have refrigerators back then.
Tell you what they did have. Ice boxes. Anybody know what an ice box is? It ain't no Marion's boom boom. It ain't the ice box.
My grandma had one of those too. She had an ice box in her basement.
An ice box, right? An ice box is where you take dry ice. You used to be able to go to the store, to the market, and get dry ice. You understand? I still remember it because where I'm from, they still used to do it, right? You can go to the market, like the farmer's market or something like that, or the neighborhood market or something, and they always had this thing of dry ice. They used to always tell the kids, like me, the bad kids, do not reach your hand in there. Don't reach your hand in there. And all it looks like is mist. That's all it looks like, mist. Right? You stick your hand in there and your hand gets stuck in there, you losing that finger. All right, it's done. It's a chemical. We didn't understand that. We didn't know it was a chemical. So it's a chemical that makes dry ice, right? So you would go, they'll cut you a slab of that dry ice, and then that's that. You take that home and you put that in this box, and then it'd be at the bottom of the box or it'd be at the top of the box. But you put your, of course you put the water and all that for sure. But, excuse me, you put your food in there and it's ice cold, baby. You open that ice box, it's cold. The steam come out that joint. You close it, ice box. So
if I could, wasn't that kind of harmful to you eating the food out of there?
No, it wasn't.
Because I know you can't breathe the mist of that in. You can't breathe it in.
Nah, it was good. It was good to go.
I guess that's why y'all niggas down south ain't got superpowers.
Y'all go ahead.
They have margarita drinks with that, a little bit of that.
With that dry ice in there?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh yeah, I ain't drinking that one.
Like bubbly and shit.
All right, yeah. Go ahead.
My grandma used to have this ice box in her freezer, down in the basement, where she put the the dry ice in there. And when she put her food in there, she just take a towel and put over it so it can keep it fresh. That's what she always said. But she would never use the refrigerator upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
She always used her ice box. She'd rather use that than the refrigerator.
She's stuck in her ways. All right, but no, let's get back to this wars and rumors of wars. We're talking about these earthquakes. So just drop down to verse 7, please.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 7.
Now you can continue where you was at.
See that ye be not troubled.
Meaning what? Somebody break that down for us today. See that you be not troubled. Go ahead.
All right, so not trouble. Like, you know, everybody starts to panic when they hear about these upcoming events. So see that you don't take that same consideration, that thinking it or believing it in the hype and fake news and don't be as concerned of it as you're gonna see everybody else scrambling around.
Yeah, same thing. Go ahead.
Because like you said, I was gonna say, like my husband always say, don't let it trouble you, like bother you or worry about it or something. Just
Well, okay. Again, it's along the lines where I was saying, our souls are invested in America. It's Stockholm syndrome. This is Christ trying to get you out of Stockholm syndrome. Back in the days, when the slave master got sick, what did the slave say to the master? Go ahead.
Is we sick?
Master, we sick? No, nigga. The master sick. We ain't sick. So when you see wars and rumors of wars, are we in this war? No.
Right.
So is we's at war?
Right.
Oh, okay. Be not troubled then. Because the people who are in these wars are troubled, man. They got to hold their little babies and pull them up out the rubble and cry and lament to Allah and to Yahweh.
Right.
And those gods are never going to say anything to them because they are not real. These idiots don't even understand that the reason why they have to pull their babies that are unalived out of rubble is, and their women are held captive and raped repeatedly.
Right.
It is, yes, they are raped repeatedly. I'm sorry, can I say rape? Well, not abuse. I'm sorry. Well, they're abused repeatedly. Excuse me. Let's strike that word. I got a better word. I'm sorry?
say great.
Great?
No.
Great. That's what people say.
No, I'm not going to say that. These people have been... No, I got to work. I'm just trying to see if it'll work. I'm not even going to say it. I don't want to call. So these people are being abused. Can I say sexually?
Yes.
Okay, so these people are being sexually abused.
Right.
Their women are getting sexually abused. The hijabs are turning into a seed rag. You understand? They're going through all of this, and I'll tell you why. Because what they've done to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
Those 85,000 Israelites that are missing at the border right now, God knows where they are. That's why their babies got to be unalived.
Right.
That's why they got to be sexually abused.
Right.
Because, I'm sorry,
No, it's like, so go ahead, sir.
because of the 100 million black people alone that died on the journey here to America, that were unalived here on the way to America. Because of that, guess what? That's why their babies have to go through that.
Right.
Because they stole America from the Mexican Indians and the Gadite Indians and the Reubenite Indians, the Seminole Indians. You understand? Because they stole, in a minute they're going to say we can't say steal either. Because they stole America, and they stole the Caribbean islands from the Arawak Indians and the Borican Indians. Because they stole South America from the Incans, the people of Peru and Colombia, and everything from the Argentinian Indians and all of that, they stole this land from these people. Well, that's why they ain't getting up out of this war. And they are going to be troubled the same way we were troubled. Are we troubled now because of what we go through in America? Yes, we are troubled. I'm still trying to figure out how we gonna pay these bills at home. How about you? Every day you wake up, it's how we gonna pay these bills. That's trouble. They don't worry about no trouble like that. What they got to worry about is fire from heaven coming to burn their city down. And it's great in my sight. I love it. I love to see it. Why? That means that the Lord is coming back to fight against the nations for you. So why in the hell would you stand with the nations that stand against the Most High?
That's right.
Because maybe you just don't know who you are. Maybe you just don't know who the Lord is.
Right.
Maybe you don't know the truth.
Right.
But the Bible does say, be you not troubled. Why? Because when these wars and rumors of wars happen, it doesn't concern you.
Right.
That's their business. What concerns you is educating yourself and coming back together and loving the brother like you love yourself, and loving the sister like you love yourself, and loving the Most High, what He said above all, while He fights your battle for you. It happened before. Read.
For all these things must.
Where you reading from?
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, in the middle of verse 6.
Go ahead.
For all these things must come to pass.
They must come to pass. Why? That's the thing we don't understand. They must come to pass. Read the next line.
But the end is not yet.
What end are we talking about? We're talking about the end of Esau's kingdom.
Right. That's
The rulership that Edom has over the earth. It's not yet, but the end is near. These things have to come to pass in order for you to not be troubled. They got to go through trouble.
Right.
It's going to be trouble. That's what I mean. Go ahead.
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation.
Is that not what's happening on the earth right now?
That's
I don't have to say this 1,000 times because we can see in the media what's happening. China is not making a peace. I don't give a damn how many times Joe Biden talks to China. China don't give a damn what the hell America got to say. They not finna bend. They not relenting. And if they do, it's just for a second so they can get a bigger upper hand on America than they already have.
Right. So like you said,
Go ahead.
you know what I'm saying? Unlike blacks and Hispanics and natives, Chinese people know that the white man's the devil.
That's the point. They know it. They know it. And they know it, the chance that America gets. They know it in history by what they did to the Native American Indians, by what they did to us, by what they did to the Hispanics. They know the moment you believe these people and they turn their back and they try to hug them, they're going to meet them with a dagger to the heart.
Right.
Go ahead.
That's why China is using they're already using chemical warfare against the United States with the fentanyl. So they're using the cartels to push that fentanyl to hit the.
You better be quiet. Because I don't want nobody to try to come and get you, man. you dropping too many bombs out here, man. Somebody gonna come get. No, I'm just playing with you. Nobody coming to get you. I'm just playing.
Hey, you about to have
He about to be like, man, I'm finna go to the crib, get my.
Knew it.
I don't know about that.
No, yeah.
Nah, but no. I mean, America used. What can America say? They use chemical warfare against blacks and Hispanics, didn't they?
Yeah.
With crack cocaine, didn't they?
Yeah. Flint, Michigan too.
Yeah, in Flint, Michigan, everywhere, brother.
Yep.
Nicaragua, that's where crack first got invented. You understand? Then they brought it to L.A. And then from L.A., they used the gangbangers to bring it all across America. Right. At the same time, simultaneously, America somehow is getting rich off of it.
Right.
How about that? Ain't that? And then so who in the hell is America to say anything to anybody about using chemical warfare like they did to Saddam Hussein? He using chemical warfare on his own people. You did too.
Right.
I'm sorry. You thought that you was American. You're not American.
It's like,
Go ahead.
Here goes the kettle calling the pot black.
Right.
And that's the saying.
That's the saying goes. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, America is just a bunch of hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? You'll be mad at China for doing the same thing that you did to black and Hispanic people in America, even to this day, using heroin. I mean, you're putting chemicals in the marijuana.
Right.
It's just not marijuana anymore you smoking, brother. This is fitnawana.
Right.
And then it's like, so, you know what I'm saying? The white man's even more of a devil because now it's dispensaries all over the place. We can just go in there.
But you can just go in there. It's like, go ahead, get your weed. Weed on the corner, they be like, loud, loud, loud.
Right.
It's weed pouring out the damn. It's weed falling out of the sky. You think God gave it to you. I mean, come on, man. This hookah. I put it in the stories, Akim.
Right.
It's 3 sisters sitting in the damn hospital right now from smoking hookah, and they got carbon monoxide poisoning in their lungs, man. And it was all fun and dandy when they was shaking their ass on the couch. Right. Hey, hey, yay, yay, hey, yay. The same idiots that you see them in the club, you get up behind them like, hey, what up, sis? You know, let me get up on that thing. She, not you.
Hey.
Get up on her friend. Hey, hey.
Right.
Smoking hookah like it's cute.
Right.
Guess it's not cute anymore, is it?
That's right.
These some idiots, man. Let me tell you how stupid they are. In the world, Akim, I probably did hookah one time. Once. Because when I did it, and you want to know what I did? I did it with an Arab dude. He introduced me to doing a hookah. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, this look like an alien contraption. I'm like, why don't we just use this to smoke some weed? We smoking, what is this? We smoking. Oh man, it's hookah. You should try it. So we all sitting around, tried it. And I'm looking how they smoking it. All right? When they smoking it, they just tasting it in their mouth and they blow it out like a cigar. Right? Let me tell you how stupid black people are. We inhaling the damn shit. We inhaling this shit. Excuse my French. We inhaling the hookah, and I'm talking about like it's a blunt.
Right. So you hit harder right on.
Do you know what happens if you inhale a cigar?
Right.
What happens when you inhale a cigar? Who knows? Go ahead. You choke. After a while, if you get used to inhaling cigars, what's going to happen to you?
You can develop lung cancer.
And after you develop lung cancer, what's going to happen to you?
You're gonna die.
You're going to die. You understand? Well, the hookah is 8 times, do the research. Hookah is 8 times more damaging to your body than cigarettes and marijuana is together. So just remember this for the next time you go to the club and you see that bad bitch dancing with her bad baddies and they at the hookah lounge. You see you ask her, hey, what's going on? Hey, man, you don't smoke. I don't like women that smoke. No, I don't smoke. I just smoke hookah. Run. Run. You understand? Run, get out. Like the movie Get Out. Get out.
Right.
Or else you're going to be at the hospital with this stupid, silly woman. But she got monoxide poisoning in the lungs, man. That can kill you.
Yes.
If you go to sleep with the gas on, you're going to die from carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yep.
I mean, how much, you're going to wait. It don't even have to, the fire don't even have to happen. Just turn the stove on. You want to die, turn the stove on, go to sleep. That's about as much as you're doing when you smoke a hookah. You playing with your life. Now, I'm not telling anybody to go out there and actually do that. That was just an analogy. Somebody gonna leave a note. Captain DeBarn, ISUPK told me to turn on the gas and go to sleep, and I never wake up again. Here I go getting a call from Captain Quad. DeBarn, we got you on tape out saying it. I'm just listen. Do not do that. I was just using it as a teaching tool. Don't go unalive yourself. All right.
It's like, sir, that just speaks the volumes, the minds that Black, Latinos, and Natives in, that you got to even
say that.
You know, right? You know, just teaching tool.
Right. It's crazy.
The minds is messed up.
I mean, all it takes is for some white boy to say, "Hey, I woke up this morning. I've just been high all day. I'm still high right now. And I was stoving." You're going to be like, "What's stoving?" I left the stove on. I put it on low. And I slept right on the floor right there. And I woke up, you know they got to have the bankhead bounce when they doing it. And I woke up right there. Man, I'm high now. Man, it's better than any blunt I done smoked. All that, man. And guess what? You're going to have some black people that's going to try it. And they're going to be unalived. And then that same devil that said to put that video out, he's going to say, "I only did that for social media." I don't believe it. I didn't think he was going to really do it.
Right.
It was just a video I put out for views for social media. What type of idiot believes what they see on social media? Right. That's how they flip it on you. You know that, right? Who believes what they see on social media? But they need you to believe in what they're doing on social media so that they can get rich. Right. That's how America works. Right. Who believes what you're hearing in the Christian church? Real people don't believe that shit. They don't believe that God is coming with a kingdom that's coming back, that's going to come down on it. Nobody believes that but stupid kids. Nobody believe that 3 people can be 1 person. Right. 3 people, 1 person. Right. That's split personalities, idiot. Right. You understand? A woman had a baby without the penis. Right. A woman had a baby without the seed of a man. Do you understand that?
I think they use the Bartholin gland.
It's the Bartholin gland. It's the Bartholin gland. Don't believe me? Ask Polite. His wife knows. His wife went and had sex with another man, brother, and got pregnant and said that she got pregnant because of the Bartholin gland. And he believed it. Now, he's sitting in somebody's prison with the Crips running up on him and the Bloods running up on him. They sharing this man. And they trying to find out if he got a Bartholin gland. I'm just saying, it's not an official statement. I don't know if Polite is getting raped. Sexually abused in prison. You understand? I don't know that. It was just a joke, all right? So don't take my words and say, "See, the ISUPK, they must know that the Crips is doing it in the butt." No, I don't know that. It was just you know what I'm saying? Something that you can pretty much think. You wise enough and you know anything about the prison. If he's not in PC, he's getting PC'd. All right. I'm not going to tell you what that stood for. Read on.
And kingdom against kingdom.
Oh, yeah. And you seeing it, man. But don't be troubled because your kingdom hasn't even been established yet. Your kingdom is invisible to the earth right now. And they're trying their best. The ones who know are trying their best to make sure that the ISUPK don't spread this word. Right. They don't want black people to come together in unity, and they still can't stop it. Right. How could you be in a fake Israelite group and be in a fake Israelite group knowing that you say you know the Bible? If you know the Bible, at the end of the day, whether you're in a way or not, all black people are coming back together again under one body, one doctrine, one teaching, one faith, and one baptism.
That's right.
So how could you even think to yourself that you're standing in the way of the Lord, dummy?
Right.
Go ahead. Go ahead, read.
And there shall be famines.
Y'all hungry? All right, I'm saying as a whole, as a nation, we are hungry. That's why we got food stamps, brother.
Right.
And the food that they giving us is, if you don't know what to buy, brother, you are never full. You understand? You buying meat and food and stuff like that. That really is being processed. It's about to be processed, brother. They said they finna come out with some things that they can create the meat that they sell to you in a lab without the actual animal.
It's like so. It's been legalized that you can eat human meat. It's going to package human meat. You can eat it.
Yeah, that's a big pause on that one. First of all, eating human meat is crazy.
Human meat.
But I understand what you're saying.
They serve it in the restaurant. It's legal.
Y'all make sure y'all post that on whatever restaurant that is. Post that on Facebook so we know where not to go. All right, read on, please.
And pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
And earthquakes in diverse places. Man, I mean, this is the time you're living in. This is a bad time to leave the truth if you were in it. It's a really bad time to do that. You mean tell me for years you've been in here teaching that earthquakes was going to happen, pestilence, wars and rumors of wars, and once it start to happen, you leave? No sweat. I mean, more rulership for us when under our king when he come back. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm getting it. I want it. All right, so you could drop that. That other story that's in the real quick about let's see if we can talk about that real quick. Let me see where we at. It's about okay, Snoop Dogg. Give me the Snoop Dogg story. And then give me first before the Snoop Dogg story, give me the fed up migrants. You okay? What kind of phone is that? Okay. Give me the story where it says fed up migrants who trekked thousands of miles to the U.S. already heading home. Says American dream doesn't exist.
Let me get that.
Let me get that one that's in the group chat. Then give me the ones that's underneath it. Snoop Dogg says he's giving up smoking weed. He's lying. Give me where Cameron and Mace go at Joe Smith's wife on air. And then they want to have sex with the woman. Pastor Mace. Mace and Betha. They trying to put her on a horse and carriage. All right, anybody got the first story?
So you got to download the app in order to read the full article.
Really? Because I got it right here. I pressed the link. Read the full article and Smart News app.
I'm gonna download this.
Yeah. Let me see. All right. Until you get that, let's go down to the Snoop Dogg story there. Let's get the Snoop Dogg story. Somebody quickly, please.
Kind of got it.
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl. What's that room number?
Super Bowl Infinity. 6.
Super Bowl 56 halftime show at the SoFi Stadium on February the 13th, 2022 in Inglewood, California. Snoop Dogg started a bit of
Shared.
Snoop Dogg shared a bit of lifestyle news on social media Thursday. The award-winning rapper says he's giving up smoking.
Run that back. He's what?
Giving up smoking.
Okay, let's go.
The drop it like it's hot rapper.
Damn. That don't even. Wow. Drop it like it's hot.
That's the only song they know about. Drop it like
Drop it like it's hard. Drop it like it's hard. Go ahead.
Rapper declaration
Garnered
plenty of reaction from fans, with some praising him while others were disbelieved. After much consideration in the conversation with my family, I decided to give up smoke.
He said, for who?
I've decided to give up
Read that
smoke.
apart. After what?
After much consideration.
Somebody take it for the brother, please.
After much consideration and conversation with my family, I've decided to give up smoke.
Who believes that? Yeah.
Giving his sister, because he did this once before, right?
I'm not sure if he did this before.
But like the declaration of it, like he said, like publicly that he was done smoking weed once before, and it was a big thing because he was like the spokesperson for weed,
Right.
and he had given it up, and I mean nothing changed because I mean we went right back to it. I think that was right before he became Snoop Lion, somewhere kind of in that era, and then he's back on it. Started smoking again.
It's like as if I could.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just a publicity stunt.
Right.
Just to get,
Right.
attention, media attention.
Well, give me Proverbs chapter 16. Now we're going to start at 20. Quickly,
Chapter 16, verse 20.
please.
Everybody got it?
I'm there. Let's go.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 20. He that handleth a matter wisely.
He that what?
He that handleth a matter wisely
Go ahead.
shall find good.
Shall do what?
Shall find good.
This brother had ample time to do this. And you know what? He didn't handle this matter wisely with smoking anything. He should have been stopped. He says he wanted to do it for his family. He had to talk about. How old is Snoop Dogg? 60?
He's like 50 something.
He about 55, 56. He's 60 years old then, in my book. This man is pushing 60. Now he stops. Now, don't get it twisted. If he actually stops, then I'll congratulate him and we'll give the Lord a hand for that. How old is he, sis?
He's 52.
He's 56. Oh, you said 52? All right, he's 52, all right? This brother he didn't make a wise decision. And read on. And he didn't trust in the Lord, first of all. All right? Trusting in the Lord means that he didn't need no marijuana. All right? And, he'd been happy for a while. If he was so happy, he should just went out smoking weed. His family wasn't happy about it because as much as they tell you about weed is cool and all that, that family must know something about Snoop Dogg that you don't know. Let me tell you what they know about Snoop Dogg. They know that Snoop Dogg, when he goes to sleep, probably has breathing problems. They know that Snoop Dogg has anxiety attacks out of this world and is connected to weed. As a matter of fact, his lungs may be failing and he still don't care. He probably hyperventilated on 7 occasions.
Right.
His heart is probably about as strong as my son Milwaukee. All right? Meaning my son can't do no dumbbells. He ain't lifting nothing. Only thing he gonna lift is his voice when he's hungry. That's about it. Read.
And whoso trusteth in the Lord, happy is he.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. The wise hearts shall be
And
called.
run it back.
Verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
The wise in heart shall be called prudent.
Right. The wise in heart, meaning in your mind. You should be prudent. Go ahead. What does it mean to be prudent? Let's not skip by that word. Who knows what it means to be prudent? Go ahead, Rapayala. What does it mean to be prudent?
Prudent is you set your sights on something and you accomplish shit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is the definition for the word prudent. Acting with or showing care and thought for the future.
There you have it. So, being prudent is what?
Acting with or showing care.
Showing what?
Showing care.
Showing what?
Showing care.
Go ahead.
And thought.
And what?
And thought.
Go ahead.
For the future. For the future.
People who smoke, are they prudent? Yes or no? People that smoke are prudent? Because people who smoke ignore the warning that says smoking will cause cancer. They still don't care. They're not prudent. They're not what? Read the definition again, please.
Acting with or showing care.
They don't care. They're selfish. Smoking makes them feel good. They don't care about what it does, how it makes the people around them feel. Snoop Dogg didn't care about his family and how they felt until he was 52 years old. Go ahead. Read on. The definition, please.
And thought.
And what?
And thought.
And he wasn't thoughtful. He only cared about his own thoughts. Go ahead.
For the future.
For the what?
For the future.
People who know, people who smoke know that 9 times out of 10, when you smoke, you're going to become a corpse. You're going to become a corpse much sooner. Every man must go the way that every other man has to go. That means you got to live, and you will have to give up the spirit to the Most High. Every man knows that. But there are some men who died from smoking crack. You understand? Right. And then there's some men who died in the bed next to his whole family. I'll take the latter. You understand? Read.
Acting with or showing care and thought for the future.
That's what wise men do. Guess what? I know you thought Snoop Dogg was wise because he was able to get so much money. But being wise and getting money is not wise at all.
Right.
He was an entire fool, an entire dumbass the entire time he was getting money. So he's just a rich dummy.
Right.
That's all he is, a rich dummy.
Like,
go ahead, please.
Like, if I could, the scripture also say, I'm paraphrasing, sir, that a rich man can't enter the kingdom, shall not enter the kingdom of God.
There you go. Why? Because people like Snoop Dogg. We're man. Read on the scripture, please.
And the sweetness of the lips increaseth learning.
Say it again.
And the sweetness of the lips increaseth learning.
What is that talking about? The sweetness of the lips increases learning. Go ahead.
It's like I said, if I could, is it talking about like what's being spoken, like this, and the sweetness of the lips increases learning? Like was someone like what you're being taught?
Okay, yeah, but what's the bitterness of the lips?
It's like I said, like the bitterness of the lips is like some like it's like what someone say like someone like what someone eat like evil things that someone say.
Yeah, it's evil actions you do with your lips. Go ahead.
So the bitterness, more combativeness when maybe shall increase learning. So and the sweetness of the lips increases learning. So maybe asking the right questions or being more receptive in the conversation instead of trying to how to explain, like over talk the point, listening instead of talking.
Y'all are all right. You understand? Everything you're saying is right, but we have to simplify it. What we were talking about is being prudent, right? Being wise in your mind is going to make you prudent, right? And then the sweetness of the lips increases learning, which is what? Go ahead.
Sweet silence.
No. You talking about sweet silence. Go ahead, Kananya.
Speaking the truth.
Yeah. Rapa?
What you taking?
Yeah, all of y'all are right. You're all right. I just want to keep it on context in a way that you got to break it down for the context of the scripture. Right? So, basically, what does prudent mean? That you care about the future, right? You can give sweet words to a person who's telling you about then you'll learn the lesson. Hey, don't smoke. How about you don't smoke so you can live long? Oh, well, YOLO is the words, is the bitterness that comes out of the mouth when you're trying to teach them something. Well, you only live once. Hey, don't smoke. Well, it comes from the earth. It's a herb. Isn't it a medicine? That's stupid. When I tell you don't smoke and you say, you know what? You're right. I shouldn't smoke. Because the box says that if I smoke, I'm going to get cancer. That's a horrible way to die. The idiot goes, well, you only live once anyway. Everybody got to die. Go ahead.
Or they say, God planted that, so why can't we smoke it?
I mean, God also planted poison ivy. That's a herb. We ain't smoking oregano, are we? You know? He also, so what we doing? Go ahead.
Ain't cocaine a leaf too?
Cocaine is definitely a leaf. And it grows from the earth. So tell them to smoke some crack. When you tell them to smoke the crack, then they like, nah, see, brother, that's drugs. That's man-made. No, it comes from coca, the coca leaf.
Right.
You understand? Well, they got to put the ether on it. Well, you know what happens when you grow weed? They have no clue how to grow weed. So they don't even know. You understand? Unfortunately for me, I had to learn how to do it when I was stupid in the world of dead man. And it's a lot of things that I put into the feed, which is the water, before I watered the plants. Then just give it natural water. Because if I would have gave it just natural water, then you know what happened? You wouldn't get the potency out of the weed. What makes it potent? The things that I put in the water to feed it. That's what made it potent. They stupid. I also had to cultivate the goddamn weed for it to be what you call loud. You know what I mean? So, 1 second. So, when you're looking at a person who doesn't care about the the things you're trying to teach him. A wise man in his mind will consider it and say, you know what? You're right. Those are the words that come with increasing what you learn. You learn something today. You understand? Go ahead, IR.
I was gonna say that what you're talking about is hydroponic. You know what I mean? You can just grow it. You can grow marijuana naturally. Just put water on it and it'll grow on its own.
I didn't say that either, but I did that too.
Right.
And guess what? I still had to have the same feed.
Right.
Couldn't just give it regular water. If I did, it'll grow the weed. Don't get it twisted. It will grow the weed.
Right.
But will it be that stuff that you call out? No.
Right.
It won't. And I grew trees that was above 15 feet.
Just wave in front of the camera real quick.
You understand? So, all I'm saying is, brother, either way it goes, there's still no reason that a man should be doing it. I mean, he's making an excuse. It grows out the ground, nigga. It can fall out the sky. I'll give you another example. Heroin comes from another plant called the poppy. You understand? And you gonna go eat poppies? Go eat the poppy then. Go see what happened to you. Go eat them poppies. Go ahead. Just take a bite out of a poppy. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself. You're gonna be filled with opioids. You understand? Just do that. Take the paste at the top of the poppy plant and go like this in your mouth. Chew the cud. Chew it. And then see what happens. You're going to be addicted to opioids before you know it. You understand? They just found a way to extract and to quantify what it does to you and put it into something that's easy to be marketed and easier to smoke. You know what I'm saying? So heroin, also, you ain't going to somebody saying, oh, you smoke weed, so just smoke some heroin too. They're going to deny the heroin. Well, usually they would. I don't know what rappers these days are doing. They probably really sitting up in the studio with the tourniquet and everything. Hey, tie me off, bro. It's crazy. Let me tell you something. It's unhealthy. It's a quick way to die. And honestly, what Snoop Dogg went through in his life, brother, he was a Crip from Long Beach, brother. You know how much death he probably saw? He didn't have brothers that he could call and get counsel from like we did. We were able to call in here and get counsel from the illnesses that we had. We smoked drugs, brother. We did. We did it just like Snoop Dogg did. Except for we had an outlet that money didn't cloud that judgment from.
That's right.
We was like, okay, let me get with these brothers and learn how to not be a drug addict. I'll do it. Snoop Dogg didn't have that. He had people around him telling him that smoking weed is cool. So that, you know, you only live once. These are the people that was around him speaking bitterness to him. Nobody was speaking wisdom to him, so he couldn't learn the right lesson. That's what this part of the scripture is talking about. Go ahead.
If I may too, because everybody that he had with him wanted to do the same thing also.
Exactly. Because why? They all had to see and do violence to people their entire lives. So they was just a gang of drug addicts. Isn't that what you were in when you was in the world?
Yep.
I was in a gang of drug addicts.
That's right.
Everybody in my gang was drug addicts. How about you? How about you out there? How many people in your gang are not drug addicts? Well, that's the rare one, and all of y'all really don't like him anyway, or like her anyway, and you can't wait till they take their prissy uppity, you know what I'm saying? You can go be round it. You know you don't like it. You know, like the friend that's out with you, and you know everybody thoughts dancing on each other, but you got that one friend who the prettiest really sitting off to the side watching you idiots dance on each other like dummies. And then wait till you get in the car, and then everybody talking about what man they should have let dance on tonight. Stupid. She going home to her man. Her man ask her, hey, you had fun tonight? Man, not really. I should just stay home. Kim, they stupid ass was in there dancing on each other again when I could have just went out with you and we could have danced with each other. You know what I'm saying? After a while, they don't like that stupid friend. In their mind, that's the stupid friend. They're lame. When you was in high school, anybody ever called you lame because you ain't do with this dumb shit that they were doing? You're lame. Why? Because I'm not stealing cars. I'm lame. Okay, no sweat. I just rather just go work for mine and own it. Every time you're lame. All right, no sweat. We'll see you when you get out of juvenile, bro. You know what I'm saying? We'll see you when you get out of juvenile, bro. You want me to sing you some commentary or something? You want me to give it to your mama? I mean, goddamn, by the time you get out of juvenile, we 18 now, brother. You just got out of juvenile. The girl you used to like don't like you no more.
Right.
She like me. Because I got 5 cars. And I didn't steal them. You know what I'm saying? You stole 1 car and you did 5 years. By the time you got out, I got 5 cars and didn't steal them. What's the difference? You didn't listen to the wisdom.
That's right.
And you weren't prudent enough. So you couldn't say that sweetness that comes off your lips. Like, you know what? You're right. What's sweeter than somebody telling you you're right when you telling them that, hey, man, what they told you was right. You know it. And they got enough sense to say, you know what? Brother, you telling me the truth. That's right. And I'm not going to do that, what you saying. To the teacher, that is sweet words coming off your lips. Right? Read the next one. Hopefully, I broke it down in a way that you understand it the right way. Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 22. Understanding is a wellspring of life unto him that hath it.
Man, we was talking about the sister that got the dot friends. They all city girls, and she a housewife. She is the wellspring. That's her. Read.
But the instruction of fools is folly.
And all they friends want to do is tell them, girl, just live tonight. You ain't got to worry about what's going on at home. Just live tonight. Just go have some fun, man. You know your life been hard, and dance on me. What? Dance on you? For who? For me or for you? Or for the men that you want to be in your thirst trap?
Right.
That's all it really is, thirst trap. They got you thirsty, and they so fine. You just want to, you're thinking with the wrong head. You understand? Right. It's time to grow up and stop thinking with your pee-pee. Stop thinking with your penile. Think with your cranium. Your medulla oblongata. What they say in the movie? All right, think with your brain, man. Go ahead.
Salakia too. That's definitely backwards from back when we used to go to parties. They used to want to dance on the men, but now they dancing on each other for some odd reason.
I'm gonna tell you the odd reason. Because after the dance, they go home and they have what's called sex. And what comes with sex? Babies. And what comes with babies? Relationships. And the majority of those relationships did not work, and they were unprofitable. And America fooled them into thinking that they should give up on their family. It didn't make them no money. You understand? So now it's all about money. And if she can't get no money out of you, she sure don't want a baby about you. You understand? So that's why they dance with somebody who can't insert a life, that doesn't have life in her balls because she doesn't have any balls. But if she dances with you, she's probably going to feel something that entices her to want to go home with you. And when she goes home with you, she's going to get what Mary got. A baby. That's right?
Okay.
And then, you know, brothers, we dumb too. That baby ain't mine. Sometimes it ain't the man baby. Come on, let's just be for real. But then sometimes it is that man baby. And all she did was what you asked her to do, would give you the box. You leave the woman for giving you what you asked her for. Then you get with the woman who don't do nothing that you tell her to do, but she will take your money from you. It's, brother, we in a bad place. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Keep going.
Verse 23. The heart of the wise teaches his mouth.
What does that mean? Go ahead.
Wouldn't that be talking about the heart of the wise teaches his mouth? Like a wise person, like a wise person. You understand? He watch what he say.
For sure, because this person now who was wise in his heart above, you understand, he understood it. He was understanding, and he became like a life spring, like a wellspring of life, right? Now he's able to tell somebody the right thing to do, and he added learning to his lips. Go ahead, read down to 25. I mean, it's 24.
And
No, read down to, 25. I was right.
And added learning to his lips.
Read down to 25, please.
I'll jump down to 25.
Please.
Verse 25. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man.
Uh-huh.
But the end thereof are the ways of death.
That's every man who thinks that smoking any drug or becoming an alcoholic or doing anything that's going to kill your body. That's what any man thinks because it feels good. You sipping lean because it feels good. Right. You're doing all this because it feels like it's right, right? Because now I can hide my pain and my oppression. I can hide my depression. I can hide my illnesses, my mental anguish. I can hide it all in the drugs. But really, what you do when you hide your mind is you show people how oppressed you really are because you would abuse it. You don't, and you think that by doing that, you're hiding in the drug. Really, you're showing us that you have a mental deficiency, that you have oppression. You suffer from oppression, depression, all the depressions. Go ahead.
I'm saying like people do drugs to escape the reality.
That's the point. They're doing it to do what? Escape reality. Give them a hand. And then when they sober up, they back to reality and they don't like being there. Right. So they do it again and again and again. And then afterwards, after a while, it just doesn't have the same effect. So now they got to graduate to another drug that'll get them where it goes. Before you know it, they're full-fledged on crack. Like the weed wasn't crack enough. Go ahead.
Kind of like heroin, smoking heroin, but then, fentanyl comes in. Fentanyl gets them higher, quicker, and cheaper.
They don't care about death at that point. You understand?
Right.
They know there's a risk that they could get a bad batch of heroin, and then that'll be the last thing that they ever could do. But in their mind, they can get no higher. Right. You understand? But I gotta get higher because I'm escaping something. Right. You understand? Then you introduce the fentanyl. The fentanyl is supposed to be better than heroin, the way it makes you feel. Nevertheless, the fentanyl is a dangerous substance. Just touching fentanyl can kill you. Go ahead.
I mean, like when the cartels were shipping fentanyl in the very beginning, they were cutting it with heroin. And then after a while...
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
You had to cut the fentanyl with heroin. Heroin is crazy. You cut heroin to kill you itself.
Right.
You cutting the fentanyl with heroin.
And if I could...
Damn.
And it came to the point, like...
Oh, what you saying? You cutting the heroin with the fentanyl.
Yeah, with fentanyl.
There you go.
And then after a while, it was kind of testing the waters, and then
people were dying. Were losing their lives.
People wanted more the fentanyl more than the heroin.
Heroin, yeah.
So now they're shipping just the fentanyl.
Mm-hmm.
But in the very beginning, it was to cut it was to get them more addicted.
Right.
Fentanyl's more addicted than heroin. So then they wanted more of the fentanyl, so they started shipping just the fentanyl. People just started smoking fentanyl instead of heroin.
I seen a video where an officer found some fentanyl in the back of somebody's car, and he just touched it by accident, and he almost died.
Just by smelling it.
It's damn near cyanide, man. Goddamn. What's more deadly than cyanide? Fentanyl.
It's like you talk about he was looking like in the days when like a zombie and just
yeah. That's crazy. It's crazy, man. So Man, we gotta be careful out here, man. I mean, it's a way that seem right to a man, but the end their way, even drug dealing, that may seem right to a man, but the end thereof is the ways of death and being in prison for the rest of your life, brother. You're dead. You're dead to society. You're dead to freedom. You're dead. You're in a tomb. You can just walk around there. You're in a tomb. Go ahead, read.
Verse 26. He that laboreth for himself.
Jessica, there you go. People who fighting to do drugs and fighting to sell drugs, you working very hard in this profession. They like to say they doing it for their family. They like to say they doing it for mental health. They like to say they're doing it so they can escape reality. But in reality, they're just doing it because it feels good to have the effects of drugs, everything about it, the money that comes with it, the status, the image, everything that's been cool about it. Go ahead. Read.
For his mouth craveth it of him.
That's the point. Read.
Verse 27.
Sorry. The mouth craveth, his mouth craveth it of him is talking about, it's really just, it's making him satisfied. Because really Snoop Dogg's family wasn't satisfied with him smoking weed. Snoop Dogg's family is asking him to stop smoking weed. And they've probably been asking him for a very long time. But in him, his mouth craveth the weed. You understand? They don't care about him doing that. They would rather he stop. Listen, man, sounds like they had a full intervention with him. Why didn't the paper just say that they had an intervention with him? Because then it would make weed a drug to people, to the public. Meaning we got to sit down and have a talk with you. Everybody got to circle around. Y'all grab the chairs, make them into a circle. Payala, you gonna lead this joint. Say your name. My name is Freddie, and I'm an addict. I'm addicted to marijuana. I can't eat without it. I can't make love to my woman without it. Man, I can't even go to the bathroom without this, man. Just we should do a video like that. We should do a skit like that. To show people really the effects of marijuana, brother, when you smoking it. You can't. You don't listen, man, I don't find anything funny. I can't watch funny movies without smoking weed, man. I don't want to go out. You know what I'm saying? My boys, they ask me to go out. I can't go out. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And like right now, it's probably like the worst time trying to do drugs because everything's laced with fentanyl.
That's
like,
the point.
Weed is laced with fentanyl. Coke is laced with fentanyl.
The pills are laced with fentanyl.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Everything is laced with fentanyl. Why? Because they want you to be more and more addicted to it so that they can make more and more money. And the people who are selling the drugs are not doing them. The people who are really getting rich from these drugs are not doing the drugs. You understand? So, you know, at the end of the day, his family don't want to do it. We got to shine a light on this thing. And we really need to do a skit like that one of these days. Where men really sit down, a brother walking in, he come into a meeting. You know what I'm saying? You know, the meeting is everybody sitting around talking about drug abuse. The brother raised his hand, say, "Hey man, my name is Kyle. I'm from O Block. I know FYBJ, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm addicted to marijuana. I can't eat without it. I mean, like, I don't have an appetite. I can't eat at all. Y'all tell me when I'm making this up. You can't eat without smoking the blunt. Go ahead.
I mean, you can't operate as a gang member anymore without getting high.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Because what you gonna do? Everything we doing as gang members, we get high first before we go do it.
Right.
So if we finna go on a drill, let's fire up. This might be our last blunt. We sharing that blunt like it's that last thing. Hey man, you know what I'm saying? Blah blah. We finna go do this thing, and you high out your mind when you do it. That's why criminals are dumb. The majority of criminals are dumb because when they do crime, they're high. The ones that get away with it, those are the ones that weren't high. All right.
Yeah, it's like
Go ahead.
Good. You know what I'm saying? Just to shed some light on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if Snoop Dogg like really stop smoking, that would send a big, powerful message to the black community. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's why there's really no news coverage on that.
Exactly.
Like, he's like y'all said. Someone said, I think you said that he's been like the spokesperson for weed.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you see Snoop Dogg, what he doing on the podcast, he's smoking. But he stopped smoking completely. That would change the minds of a lot of people.
Man, let me tell y'all something. Weed was weed, like you said, it's synonymous with Snoop Dogg. To legalize weed, they used Snoop Dogg. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, if the brother really sincere about it, he needs that support the same as any average man, that any average brother sister that's trying to get off drugs would need. Just because he's a celebrity, that shit don't change the addiction quality of it. He needs that same support from his peers, from his people, to help make sure that that's successful. Because I think, especially when that first time that he tried saying this shit, and even this time right now, people are gonna be like, nah, it's Snoop Dogg, of course, like, nah. So he ain't getting no support with none of this shit. If he sincerely wants to, quit that shit, he ain't gonna get the like genuine support from people to fortify that decision and to strengthen him while he's going through that transition.
Well, I'll tell you what. Well, first of all, get a brother hand. Even I did it up here. Even I was like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if he's going to get this one up.
Right.
And you're right. What you're saying is definitely right. But you're looking at a man, Snoop Dogg don't walk by the camp. He don't walk by the camp in California, brother. He heard what the brothers were saying and decided to keep walking. Or maybe what the brothers were saying got to him. Because if I was on the mic and I seen Snoop Dogg, I could have been talking about anything. But suddenly, now mine is, give me Proverbs chapter 16, verse 27. I'm going to the anti-doing drug scriptures. And I'm going to let that be my sermon. Why? Because, brother, he was the face of legalizing marijuana, brother. You understand? He is the reason why your kids is rolling down the street, smoking Indo. You understand?
Right.
What does anybody know what Indo mean? I don't need you to say it because I know you do. What is Indo? What's Indo? Anybody know?
That's just like this. I'm not too sure what it means, but it's just like weed laced with something else.
No.
I don't know what it is. I like the song though.
Go ahead. Song was catchy.
So if I remember, like, it was like a string, because they had like that indigo and purple haze.
No. All right. Indo is short for indica.
Indica?
Yeah. Does anybody know what an indica is? I know you know. You from where they got all the indica. I know you know because you're from where they got all the indica. Do you know what indica is?
It's sativa and indica.
All right, yeah, he was a real weed head. All right, this is what classifies a real weed head from the ones who just smoke weed.
Now they got hybrids. I don't want.
Yeah, they do. You know what I'm saying?
You can't get indica anymore or just sativa. Everything's mixed.
They got sativa. Hold on one second. Shalom. What's going on? No, just go to sleep. I'll talk to you when I get home. All right, shalom. So, yes, all I'm saying is this. He was the face. He was a spokesperson of legalizing weed. Then, once he started saying that he wasn't going to smoke weed again, guess who pops up? Where's Khalifa?
His nephew.
Is it his nephew?
Yeah, they related. Like that, dad's nephew.
Somebody got to Google that. I don't know.
I think he was just calling.
I don't think he just say nephew. He called everybody nephew. He called Nipsey Hussle, brother. He called Nipsey Hussle nephew.
I think Stu just called.
He called Bow Wow nephew.
Right.
Little Bow Wow was in it. Go ahead.
Bow Wow really his nephew, though.
Yeah. Look it up. I don't think he is. I think y'all just really falling for the nephew. That's Crip talk. Go ahead.
Nipsey Hussle not his native fruit because he from the Middle East.
He not from the Middle East. He's from, I know they not. And Lil Bow Wow's not really his nephew either.
It's just lingo. It's just lingo.
It's just Crip. It's Crip talk. I'm talking Crip shit to you, baby. That's what all that is. Crip. It's just Crip talk. All right, Crips. Older Crips call younger Crips nephew. Or anybody that's a young gangster, they call you. If you a YG, I don't give a damn what gang you from. It's nephew. You know what I'm saying? All OGs call the young G's nephew. Right? Go ahead.
But I thought Nipsey Hussle was Arab.
Nipsey Hussle is Eritrean.
He's from
Which is 1 second, don't do that. Which is, if you want to say it, raise your hand.
He's from somewhere in Africa.
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia. Yeah.
Ethiopia. Is Bow Wow Snoop Dogg's real nephew? I know. All right. But he was definitely in the 1, 2, 3 into the. He was that little kid. You know that little kid that did the little dance like that? That was Lil Bow Wow. Go run it back. Look at it. He about to go run it back. That's Shad Moss. But really, like, so he was a spokesperson for this. It would be heavy if Snoop Dogg was to go against smoking weed. Now, here's the difference, though. He also got his hand in multi-million dollars when it comes to weed. You understand? Is he going to give that up? I doubt it. Now, see, I know celebrities, I ain't gonna drop no names, that it's some that stopped calling me for counsel. You wanna know why? Because they themselves got their hand into this weed business. They used to call me and say, "Hey, Shalom Cap, how about Shimmy al Shabakatah?" I'm talking about real celebrities. And then all that Israelite stuff went out the way when the money started talking about this weed business. Everybody think they're going to have a successful weed business. I don't know why they think that, y'all. They just really never been in the streets. I know people who was selling weed, brother, that never sold weed. Because nobody ever bought their weed because they don't like you. All it takes for a person to sell your weed is to just like you. You can have trash, but if you're likable, they'll buy your weed. They're going to talk about you behind your back and say they pray the day when you have the best weed because you're such a cool dude. But you can have the best weed, brother, and nobody buys it from you because you're not a likable person. They might owe you $10. And if you don't pay that $10, they know that you coming to do something to them that's outrageous. For what? Because this is not a likable person. All right? Dog upstairs. All right? I didn't think y'all had got a canine there, huh? But, so yeah, let's keep going so we can close this class out.
Verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
An ungodly man diggeth up evil.
An ungodly man does diggeth up evil, right? But is marijuana evil? Raise your hand. No, I seen somebody say yes. Is marijuana evil? Is marijuana evil?
No.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I wasn't talking to you, priest. I was talking to the young officer. You've been in here for a long time. You've seen enough moons to know this question, the answer to this question. But good answer. That's the point. No, marijuana isn't evil. Is cocaine evil? Is crack cocaine evil? Go ahead.
All right, crack cocaine, yes. The coca plant, live.
No, okay. Wrong answer. Are guns evil?
Okay. No, say it like this.
Okay, no sweat. What else underlives a lot of black people in this
All right,
country?
so like,
Just 1 second. Okay, relax, y'all. Okay. You want to say something?
No, it's like I was about to say sweets. Sugar.
Is sugar evil? You say yeah? Sugar is evil. Okay. You say no. You say yeah.
Oh no, I was gonna ask them in comparison.
1 second. Don't go ahead of me. I know where you're going. You going there? Not yet.
Are we?
Not yet. Not yet. Okay, go ahead. In comparison.
Are cigarettes evil?
No.
Okay, I see where you're going. Kind of.
Is a lion evil?
Lie.
No.
Is a tiger evil?
Lie.
No.
It will kill you though, isn't it?
Right.
It will do that, won't it?
Right.
I mean, unalive you. It will unalive you. Okay. So, what's more evil? A tiger or crack cocaine? If you go in a room with crack cocaine, or you go in a room with a lion, which one can you walk out of for sure? Go ahead. With a loose lion that is not caged up in that room. You walk into that room, and then you got a loose piece of crack with a crack pipe and a lighter right there on the floor. You walk in that room. Which room can you walk in and walk out of and be alive? Sis. Neither? Nope.
Crack cocaine.
You can walk in a room with the crack cocaine and walk right out. But if you walk in the room with with the tiger, you walk in the room with the tiger, brother, you're not walking out. You can hang that up. You don't have, listen, I'm telling you, you're not, unless the Spirit of the Lord come on you like it did with Samson, and then you do that. Other than that, you're not coming out the room, brother. You don't have an option. They put you in that room with that lion, you're done, unless you're Daniel. All right? So, if you walk in that room, though, with the crack cocaine sitting on the table with the lighter and the pipe, the only thing evil in that room would be you if you smoked it. Do you understand? Not the crack cocaine, not the lighter, and not the pipe. It's you. You understand? Once you understand that, now you understand this scripture. A what kind of man? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you was reading the scripture to read the scripture?
Yeah, but you want to say something?
No, I thought you was asking.
No. Go ahead. Read the scripture.
An ungodly man diggeth up evil.
Well, here's how you break this down. This man is digging up the marijuana. He's digging up the heroin. He's digging up the cocaine. And his intentions are what's evil, not what he's digging up. Because you could take that same marijuana plant and really use it as medicine. You could take that same cocaine plant, the cocaine. That's how you say it? That one right there. I felt like the Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican. Coca. You can take that same coca plant and use it for medicinal reasons or purposes. You could take the seed of the poppy and you can do other things with it, but abuse it.
Right.
I mean, they used to give it to men in war.
Right.
Your leg, you got a big gash in your leg. Your other leg is off, and you're bleeding, and you're going insane. They'd probably give you a piece of that poppy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Same thing with the coca leaves. When you're at war and you're getting tired, you chew on that leaf. It keeps it going.
There you have it. So, but when you abuse it, I mean, what do you think will happen with it?
You get a heart attack and die.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. So, I mean, if that's the case, Tylenol is also a bad thing to have. Take too many Tylenols, you won't take anything else in your life again.
Right.
So, at the end of the day, it's the man's intention. The ungodly man is digging up something to do evil with. All right, read on.
And in his lips there is a burning, Salaki. And in his lips there is as a burning fire.
And in his lips, he's smoking it. That's the evil thing he's doing with it. He's smoking it. You know damn well that smoking weed is bad for you. So be prudent.
That's right.
Snoop Dogg, if you can hear our voice, be prudent.
Right.
And if you're going to stop smoking weed, stop getting money from weed. Because if you know that it was bad for you to smoke it and you need to stop it, then you need to defund your entire operations when it comes to weed, and set the standard for young black men who will continue to be unalived by a little green plant in a colorful bag.
Right.
With that, now I'll pass the class over to Precinct Officer Amungabon. Somebody put a camera on that man. There might be a sister that's looking at this. No, that's all right.
Okay.
Put a camera on this man. There might be a sister that always wanted to see who that brother was.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which a brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. You can find it in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashur. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department of teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. So December 7th, we have the Feast of Dedication. It's going to be Thursday, December 7th. It starts at sundown. It's going to continue for 8 days. And you can find this in the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verses 52 through 61. After that, also get ready for Purim. So that's the 14th and the 15th day of the 12th month, which is going to be Thursday, 22nd of February, and Friday, 23rd of February. You can find that in Esther, chapter 9, verses 20 through 31. Any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. That means your boots, your shirt, headband, and or scarf. With that, men of Israel and Maju. Men of Israel, Maju Shabbat, Maju, Barak.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Barakathon.
Yad Matah. Saw to the sister. Back into the sisters. Maju. Men of Israel, Maju Shabbat, Maju, Barak.
Yahweh Shamar Alatham Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shamar Alatham Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Yad Matah. Dismissed.
May I get another